Thursday semifinals at the Frozen Four in St. Louis. In the early game, Owen Michaels with 2 goals, including the overtime game winner, and a 3-2 win for Western Michigan to advance. In the late game, it was a 32 save performance by Mikhail Yegorov that propelled Boston University on to the championship game. Let's talk about what we saw tonight with USCHO live at the Frozen Four. I'm at Trefzger alongside Jim Connelly, also with Robert Morris, University head coach Derek Schooley, and Arizona State University head coach Greg Powers. Let's start with the late game. We were expecting a high-flying, wide-open game. Instead, we saw something that didn't have a lot of pace.
No, I think that was a game that was completely opposite of what we thought it was. We talked this morning about 5-4, 4-3, this high-scoring shots by Penn State, offensive transition counterattack. You make a turnover, you could be in trouble. We didn't see any of that. We saw tight checking, pucks in, a lot of sloppy play. The ice was a little bit, to me, bumpy, but the play was not sharp. It wasn't crisp. It was kind of, I felt like it was a third place game after the main event. And at the end of the day, that's how it came out, and BU figured out a way to get the job done.
Greg, did it look like either team was nervous out there, especially early on? I think both teams just played safe. You know, they played not to lose, right? I didn't see either team playing to win a game, right? And I think if they play like that Saturday, they're going to be in trouble. Ed mentioned it, Yegorov with 32 saves. He has been such a great story for this BU team that was struggling with goaltending since he has come around here in January. This is a team that seems, Derek, to be on a really good path here. They're going to play for a national championship.
Except for his rookie lap penalty that he took. He's been really good with that. I think he's one of those guys that is just, he's solid. He makes a save he has to make. And we're here, and like, they've got so much offensive firepower. Usually you forget about the defense. You think about the plays that Yzerman makes or Cole Hudson and all their top-end players, but they have to get solid goaltending, and they've got it.
Right? Boston University's going to have to play a lot better Saturday than they did tonight. What kind of things were lacking from their usual game?
I thought just pace, energy, execution. Really, I thought, again, they played not to make mistakes, right? And they got it done. You know, they got a big win, and they're in a national championship. They're one win away from the ultimate goal for everybody in the country. And but again, we've seen Western Michigan a lot all year, and the way they look tonight, BU is going to have to bring a lot more Saturday.
I think the old statement is you find a way. You'd rather win ugly than lose pretty. That was BU's game tonight.
Meanwhile, the early game was pretty exciting between Western Michigan and Denver. Western had a 2-0 lead early on, and then it went to overtime as Denver kind of woke up. 26 seconds into second overtime, Owen Michaels with his second goal of the night and the game winner. That was a way different game than we saw later on. And Derek, your alma mater came through very well.
Main event, I think it was the heavyweight championship fight. The two teams that are playing for the fourth time, opposite of the NCHC finals when Western came back. Denver comes back, tale of two games. First 2 periods, all Western, 100%. Third period, overtime, I felt that was Denver. Obviously, the second overtime didn't go very long. But I really think that I talked to Pat Ferschweiler after the game, and the big thing he said was their biggest problem in the hockey game was that they did not extend that 2-0 lead. They said their biggest problem was it should have been 5-0, and it wasn't, and allowed Denver to hang around and go from there.
To that point, Greg, Matt Davis, I think it was 3 shorthanded saves he made late in that second period when the game was 2-0, didn't let it get 3-0. That was what gave a chance just to have the overtime for Denver. They get there, but still Western pulls it up. What did you think about that third period for Denver and the desperation? Yeah, I mean, Matty Davis, great goalie, clutch goalie, unbelievable career in college. Congrats to him. But what Denver did in the third period was make a big adjustment. And that was turn into a forechecking team, right? They're not ideally, want to be a forechecking team. They're great off the rush. They're great with their skill and their ozone play, but they don't like to forecheck. And they got pucks in behind Western, and they made Western go 200 feet. Their back pressure was incredible. It was relentless. They stayed above pucks, and they really made it tough on Western.
and turned the table in a big way. I mean, it looked, you hear First talk all the time about how Western defends with the puck, and that's what they did for 40 minutes. I don't think Denver touched the puck very much in the first 40 minutes, but they changed their game plan. They made a great adjustment. They got pucks in behind their D, and they came back, and it was a hell of a hockey game.
We're going to have a lot of time tomorrow, Saturday, to kind of talk about the championship game. But I just want to ask, both from a coach's perspective, you played a long game if you're Western Michigan. You played more than 80 minutes. You played a late game if you're Boston University. What's happening tonight to try to get these two teams refreshed and ready to go when it comes back on Saturday?
My opinion is nothing. I think they're going to have a long enough break. They're going to play for a national championship, and they're going to be two teams that really just go after it.
Yeah, same. I mean, I don't think the length of the game or the duration of rest is going to matter. These two teams have one game left for everything, and they're going to empty the tanks, and the best team's going to win on Saturday, regardless of how fresh they are.
Friday at the Frozen Four is the State of the Game press conference. We'll talk about what the NCAA committee has to say about what's coming up with Division I hockey. And we'll, of course, on Saturday, preview the championship game between Western Michigan and Boston University. That'll wrap it up for Thursday at the Frozen Four from USCHO Live. For Jim Connelly, for Derek Schooley, for Greg Powers, I'm Ed Trefzger. We'll catch you at USCHO.com.